2022 was a great year for football. Lionel Messi finally got the big one. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner lifted the World Cup trophy after years of failing to silence doubters and putting smiles on the faces of many. Well, if there was one person who might not have been ecstatic, it would be his longtime rival, Cristiano Ronaldo. Did CR7 maybe take it a little too hard? Like everyone who follows football, I'd pay good money to be a fly on the wall in Ronaldo's house when Montiel slotted home that winning penalty for Argentina. Unless he was strategically boycotting the telly that day, of course. But I doubt that, given how he and Messi have admitted to watching each other's every move. Now, the big question everyone's been asking since Argentina won the big one in 2022, how's Ronaldo taking Messi finally lifting the World Cup trophy? Portugal's own legend got knocked out in the quarter-finals. Subbed in against Morocco, Ronaldo couldn't work a miracle that day. After the final whistle, there he was, in that now famous clip that'll be shown forever, limping off the pitch, head in his hands, clearly gutted as he strolls down the tunnel to the dressing room. Little did he know that his biggest rival was about to achieve footballing glory just a few weeks later. Now, here's what's interesting. Ronaldo had this to say about the World Cup deciding the GOAT debate. Even if I win the World Cup, that will continue. Some people like me more, some less. It's like in life. Some like blondes, some like brunettes. Sounds pretty zen, right? But then, according to that Spanish rag marker, our 39-year-old friend here might be having a bit of trouble swallowing the fact that Messi finally got his hands on the World Cup. The Madrid media outlet claimed Cristiano was finding it hard to digest. Now, while we haven't heard anything official from the man himself, all we can do is play armchair psychologist. So, what do you think? Was CR7 hate-watching Messi in his living room on the 18th of December, or was he the picture of indifference? Let's hear your theories in the comments. Being the ever-thoughtful footballer, Cristiano decided to put us out of his misery in a crypto ad Ronaldo did with Binance in an experiment that some folks were not buying. They hit him with a barrage of questions, one being, would you trade all your Champions League medals for a World Cup trophy? Now, our Al Nassr striker, hooked up to a lie detector no less, said no. Apparently, the machine agreed he was being truthful. But hey, lie detectors are about as reliable as politicians, right? But who knows? Maybe Ronaldo just really likes that Champions League bling. But what is rather interesting is the post-World Cup Ronaldo suggesting otherwise. After that epic interview with Piers Morgan that basically launched Ronaldo out of Manchester United. Fast forward to now, and our boy CR7 is chilling in the Saudi Arabian League with Al Nassr, living the high life with a mega money contract. But here's the thing, it seems there's a bit of a shift in Ronaldo's personality. Seems like the old suave Ronaldo is gone, replaced by a more, well, fiery version. More tantrums, more sulking. Who isn't used to the Ronaldo tantrums in recent years? We practically need a bingo card for them at this point, right? The man's a walking highlight reel of frustration. 39 years old and still throwing shade at his teammates like a teenager with a bad case of hanger. But what isn't surprising is that it's always been like this, from his days at United and even Real Madrid. If a teammate whiffed a pass, dared to score when he thought it was his turn, or heaven forbid the manager subbed him out, we get to watch Ronaldo erupt like a volcano. But since landing in Saudi Arabia, it's like someone cranked the tantrum dial all the way to 11. To be fair, Ronaldo's Saudi stint hasn't been all drama and diva moments. Let's give credit where credit's due. Just the other day, CR7 rewrote the history books, becoming the new king goal scorer in the Saudi Pro League with 35 goals in one season. He wasn't lying when he said records followed him. Social media explodes every time he scores a screamer. The fan base makes sure of that, but his fiery outbursts are just as worthy of going viral. There was that incident in the King Cup quarterfinal match where he got a yellow card at halftime for launching the ball into orbit after the whistle blew. Apparently, Ronaldo was super bummed he couldn't launch a last-ditch attack for his team, even though those 2 minutes of extra time were already up. That game was in the month of March. The following month, Ronaldo wasn't finished with the ref drama. In a league match against Al Raed, he got super mad because the ref wouldn't give his team 2 penalties. Ronaldo had already scored a goal, but that wasn't enough for him. He got tackled in the box in what he felt was a clear foul, but the ref didn't care. Ronaldo, who wasn't too pleased, threw a big tantrum. waving his arms and yelling like crazy. Then, just a few seconds later, Al Nassr wanted another penalty for a handball, but again, the ref said no. This time, he chased after the ref like he was trying to win a race. Everyone expects Ronaldo to be a bit fiery, but this just feels different. The man's 39, playing in Saudi Arabia and raking in a ton of cash. Shouldn't he be a little more relaxed about things? Is winning every single game in this league really that important to his legacy? Probably not. What if, just what if, he's still locked in that fierce competition with Messi? Ever since Messi waltzed into the MLS, he's gone Hollywood. Goals galore and even an 8th Ballon d'Or trophy, all while rocking an Inter Miami shirt. Messi's 8th Ballon d'Or did cause some stir in some quarters, and Ronaldo, let's just say he didn't exactly hide his feelings. Our very own Instagram influencer wasted no time firing off a string of laughing emojis less than a day after Messi's big win. I'm going to be honest and say Ronaldo wasn't the only one raising eyebrows about Messi winning another Ballon d'Or over Erling Haaland. The Norwegian was on fire in 2023, helping Manchester City win everything in sight. It wouldn't have been controversial if they awarded him the Ballon d'Or. But Ronaldo leaving laughing emojis on Instagram after Messi's win? That part does feel a bit, well, shady. We all know Ronaldo loves sharing his opinions on the gram, whether it's a cryptic word or a strategically placed emoji, but come on. After all these years, shouldn't he be above a little social media shade thrown at his rival? Stepping down from his social media duties, Ronaldo resumed brilliance on the pitch. But one thing he wasn't relaxing was the chill button. In his third epic tantrum in just 6 months, Ronaldo went ballistic after a VAR check wiped out a beautiful headed goal he scored in a match against Al-Shabaab. Seriously, the man can't catch a break. Or maybe the refs are just out to get him in his mind. Who knows? Ronnie wasn't exactly whispering sweet nothings to the sky after that disallowed goal. Camera caught the 5-time Champions League winner screaming, "Always against me, effing hell." That episode was the last we got from the Ronaldo Raid show in 2023. Nothing too serious, I might add. But then came 2024. This time, the fiery Portuguese found himself on the wrong side of the Saudi Arabian Football Federation after a provocative outburst during an Al Nassr match against Al-Shabaab. Let's just say losing his cool against Al-Shabaab seems to be Ronaldo's new signature move. Al Nassr pulls off a nail-biting 3-2 win against their Riyadh rivals. All good, right? Wrong. Cut to Ronaldo, who decides to engage in a little ear-cupping serenade directed at the Al-Shabaab fans, clearly soaking in their not-so-flattering chants. But Ronaldo doesn't stop there. Oh no. He throws in a rather interesting pelvic thrust gesture towards the stands. Now, these weren't exactly cheers erupting from the Al-Shabaab section. Why? Because, you guessed it, they were busy chanting the name of his eternal rival, Lionel Messi. From the pelvic thrusts, Ronaldo decided to put the elbows to work this time. After coughing up $2,666 to the SAFF and an additional $5,333 to Al-Shabaab for his last meltdown, you'd think he'd cool off, right? During a semi-final clash against Al-Hilal, Ronaldo got red-carded for planting a red-hot elbow aimed at Al-Hilal's Ali Al-Bulayhi's face during a scuffle. It seems all those times hanging out with the famous fighters in the UFC seems to be paying off. The ref wasted no time sending Ronaldo straight to the showers with a red card. Things got even wilder because Ronaldo wasn't exactly thrilled about the decision, almost raising his fist towards the ref. So what's gotten into Ronaldo? Are we all just overreacting? Or is this just the old super competitive Ronaldo who hates losing more than anything? Or maybe, just maybe, there's a teeny tiny bit of frustration bubbling over after watching Messi win the World Cup. We can't crawl inside Ronaldo's head for the answer, but one thing's for sure. Ronaldo's fiery temper is making the Saudi League the most dramatic and slightly scary place to watch football right now.